Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, to this special presentation of the Let's Go Off-World podcast. We're going to give a try at playing D&D online. This is our first attempt, and I'll be honest, I don't really have any experience with it, so we're kind of learning on the fly, so you'll have to forgive us if there's any hiccups. So that being said, it's also a bit of a Legions tribute. That's why we've named it a Legions quest. So there will be some Legions associated nods within the game. It is not official or in any way associated with the actual brand. And this is just something that we're doing for fun. So please keep that in mind as we move forward. All right, let's start introducing our players. First up, we have Curtis.
Hey.
Nate. Jesse.
Hello.
And Trevor.
Hey,
How are you guys doing?
Awesome.
Excellent. Yeah.
Can't wait.
All right. Yeah, I'm excited about this too. I will be serving as the dungeon master for this particular gaming session. So we'll go ahead and start with a brief introduction of our characters, just what they are and what they look like. So that way it's a little bit easier for the viewers to imagine what's going on. So Curtis, we'll go ahead and start with you.
My character's name is Gradduk Hellsgrim, and he is a barbarian half-orc. So
Nice.
What is he wearing?
I have no idea. Barbarian type stuff.
Does he have a top
Birds.
knot?
So you'd
Furs
suck on the
and-
red carpet.
Furs and belts and whatnot.
Right on.
He's wearing
Jesse?
an Armani fur
right.
loincloth.
I'm playing a character named Camellia Nettlesbough. She is a female woodland goblin, and she's like a bright pink fur color with lighter pink, almost white accents, and details across the fur. And she's just wearing kind of very plain green and brown, kind of drab foresty color. Just basic clothes and some very light, I believe, leather armor.
Nice. All right. Trevor?
My character is a frost elf. His name is Eénsek Glaaspell, and he is very pale, large, obviously, elfin ears, long blue hair, deep navy blue hair, with wearing a blue robe with all sorts of, filigree and things on it, and some fur trim, obviously being from the north. And he carries a staff with a sapphire in the top of it.
Likes
Very
long
gaunt.
walks on the beach.
He's a big
smell of
fan
sandalwood.
of the
Yeah.
Ramones. He's got
Sandalwood is nice.
All right.
We were going into that much detail. I probably shouldn't have gone first.
Well, I imagine
Just
it's as
setting the
much
stage.
detail as you feel is appropriate, if you want to be kind of a blurry half-orc barbarian for a while until you get a feel for your character, that's okay.
green. We're assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, green.
Nate, what about you?
I am a Minotaur paladin. My name is Ferr Inand. I have some armor that I've earned. I'm a full paladin now. I've got a forest green cloak. I mainly carry around a battle axe and a shield. And Joe, is it okay to say which faction that I'm with now? Or are we really
Absolutely. You can reveal as much information as you want, actually.
So just a super quick part of my backstory. I grew up with a Minotaur clan near the Gray Vein Mountains. and we were attacked when I was growing up. And my mother's dying wish for me was to go seek out Xylona and the flock, which I did, and I joined them. And through some trials and tribulations, I've started as a squire, and I'm a full paladin there. So that's who I align with. And so I was just going to say, on my shield, I have Xylona's symbol.
Nice. Isn't it that big, heavy shield that's hard for you to hold up? Or
It'd be hard for most people, but not for me.
not for you? All right. Even better.
Yeah. And so
We're flock
hence-
man.
that's the Tatanka, the horns.
I didn't know we were cosplaying, but yeah. I've kind of got, I don't know if anybody saw the old Dungeon Master in the D&D cartoon from the 80s. I've already kind of got his look started. So,
Yeah.
you know,
That's true.
Very appropriate.
right. Okay. So to start things off, you guys start together in a town called Burlong. Burlong is a small town in what would be, I should have called up a map in advance, in the area controlled by, yeah, sure.
Okay.
That might help a little. In the area controlled by, just for name's sake, I don't want to actually place it specifically, but an area controlled by the
There you go.
the Church of Etheron. So there it goes. Can you zoom in on, on Etheros? So we'll say towards the southern area, near where those lakes are. And yeah, there's an adventurers guild there that was started by a group called the Five Heroes. It was adventurers from the past that were known for their great deeds. The Adventurers Guild is kind of it's a pay to play kind of place. If you want to go on adventures and you want to be compensated for those adventures, it's the best way for that to happen. You join the guild, you go on the adventure, they expect 10% of whatever you make on the adventure in exchange for finding those quests for you, basically. Now, some towns that just have an adventurers board and things like that, but the people that could come and take those adventures, especially for the more wealthy, they're not vetted at all. And you know, the wealthy people in more refined lands do not prefer that process, because you're kind of rolling, they are, no pun intended, rolling the dice, just hiring random adventurers. So at least through the Guild of the Five Heroes, they know that the people have been vetted to some degree. They know that they have skills, that they won't attempt to rob them or just run off if the adventure doesn't work out right. So you guys all joined this guild around the same time, about 3 months ago. So you spent 3 months. The vetting process is kind of just training. So they just check over your skills, you know, and things like that. And then the four of you were randomly selected together and brought before the head of the guild. It is a man named Callum. He is an old human warrior type. You're not sure specifically what type, but he is a gray-haired. He has a gray, well-kept beard. One eye has been damaged, and he doesn't wear an eye patch. You're not sure, but it might even be intentionally, because his eye is always slightly open where you can see the damaged socket inside. Most people don't even like talking to him for very long because it makes them uncomfortable trying not to look at the damaged eye that he has. But the scarring on his face makes you think that at some point he was burned very badly by something. But Callum, at this point, calls you guys to his office. Says, "Greetings, lads. How fare ye today?"
Very well.
Well, thank you.
"Well, I brought you here because I found a quest that might be appropriate for your skill sets. Is it something that you would be interested in?"
Let's hear the details.
"Well, the Lady Balouche needs to have a package delivered. We don't know what the contents of the package are, but she has made it quite clear that it is a secretive matter and she does not wish it revealed. She has a servant that will carry the package, but you must escort this servant to the town of Rakshesh."
That's where we're headed, Callum?
Yes. Yes. And it is a simple quest, though it will be time consuming. It is quite a far walk, but you will be compensated well for it. Lady Balouche was quite generous and offered 100 pieces of gold per bodyguard for her servant.
And how far are we going?
To the town of Balouche.
And what
Which is-
areas are we having to cross to reach this town of Balouche?
Balouche is a forested area. It's a relatively rural town. There's I've never been there myself personally. I know that there's a quarry nearby and is majority a farming community.
Within Etheros.
Yes, it nears the border to Ophidian, but
I see.
it is near the mountains there.
And we'll be responsible for this guardian as well.
For her servant?
Her servant.
Yes, it is my understanding that her servant is quite loyal, but also fairly useless.
And what are the parameters of this? What if he doesn't make it through?
Of course, the Lady Balouche would prefer that he makes it through the entire journey there and back intact. However, if something unfortunate were to befall him, I'm sure you would still be compensated, yet at a lesser matter, as long as the package was delivered. That seemed to be the focus of her coming to us, is the importance of the package being delivered.
Understood.
So it's a round trip, and
Does
obviously
everyone
there's-
understand that?
Yeah, I'm not going to be on babysitting duty, but I will go for the gold and
Well,
make sure
seems
we're.
Pretty
we're
sure that's what the point of
all
the
on
mission is.
babysitting duty.
Yeah, no, not me.
So you're not going to go.
I'll go and I'll make sure the package gets delivered, but I'm not watching no servant.
Well, he's kind of part of the package.
That's why I have you guys
And
for.
he's also part of the gold, so I would like to get him there in one piece.
So, it's unanimous then? Everyone accepts the conditions of this adventure?
Fine.
And this is there anything up front?
No. The Lady Balouche is a quite established noble in this town, so
I see.
she does not feel it necessary to front anything. She is someone that believes she can be taken at her word.
Well, that's actually fine, because if we're not all pitching in, then we don't all get the same amount when we get back, and we can settle that when we get back.
It would be nice if we at least got some rations or something for the trip.
I suppose
sure.
those could be provided through the guild. I would not be opposed to that. Also, if there's any simple weapons that you would like to have, our armory could be made available for those things, just as long as I approve them in advance.
Right. Well, I think we all see eye to eye. I mean, we're on the same level. Well, we should get going. I'm sure we have to.
On that note,
I'm sure we have to move.
Very well
Sometime
then.
like the present.
I will send word to the armory master to let you get a few simple things if you need them. Stop by the kitchens. They should have an extra stock of traveling rations that can be made available to you. Very good.
thank you, Callum.
Thank you, sir.
You guys can thank him, but he also gets 10% of what each of you makes. So it's in his best interest for this to be successful also.
So just to be clear, we're going. Are we in the town of Rakshesh going to Balush, or are we going to Rakshesh to pick up the guard or the servant and transporting?
So you're in
Burlong.
You're in Burlong.
We're going to
okay.
Rakshesh.
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 You will go to Lady Balush, her estate, to pick up the servant and then escort him to Rakshesh from Burlong.
Okay. And how long a trip is that to go pick up the in the package?
It's in the town, so
okay.
At the longest, in a couple of hours, if that, depending on how traffic is.
Does anyone need anything from the armory?
I'm good for the armory. I just wanted rations for the trip.
You're just always thinking with your stomach, aren't you, Gradduk?
Yep. I've got my maul, and that's all I need.
Okay. So we're skipping the armory?
Yeah, I don't need anything from the armory.
I think I've got all
I have everything I need.
All right.
Sounds good.
If you guys run out of arrows, you don't have anyone to blame but yourselves.
For wow.
Who's the archer among us?
That would be me.
So
okay.
DM for food and stuff, are we keeping pretty close track of that stuff, or are we like kind of just winging that stuff?
We'll smooth over it for the most part.
Okay.
It's not something that I'm gonna keep meticulous track of.
Right. So we're not gonna starve to death.
Unless you guys get really far off track, from the adventure and you're out in the wilderness for a long time. You might need to possibly hunt for sustenance to supplement that, but that's something that can come in later on.
Well, now that you mention it, extra arrows never hurts, so I'll pick up some more.
Okay. You can get up to 3 more bundles of arrows if you'd like.
And they're 20 each?
That is correct.
How much gold per bundle?
They're giving them to you.
Oh, okay. Then yeah.
Part of the guild, being part of the guild.
It's being part of the guild. Like I said, it's in their best interest for you guys to be successful. So if they, give out a few gold pieces worth of arrows and you're successful and they get a 10% cut from each person, they end up much farther ahead. So.
Well, when Cam comes back from the armory, she just looks like a friggin' porcupine with...
No, that's not where the arrows go, Jesse. You're supposed to put them in a quiver.
Four quivers full of arrows on her back.
Oh, okay.
Camellia, I'll gladly help carry those if you'd like.
All right. Thank you.
If your primary weapon is a bow, you definitely don't want to run out of arrows. It's understandable. Okay.
The queen
So
is
just
who?
a side note.
Sorry.
I can't remember if we talked about this ahead of time, but if we ever had questions that are sort of taking us out of the game, that's fine, right? For instance,
Yeah,
I want to
absolutely.
ask.
That's
So
why
Jesse,
I
how did you just add arrows to your you just add it to your character sheet somehow?
So I've got my iPad here, and I'm on the inventory page, and I just
Yep.
clicked on.
Search for arrows. Right.
I have. Where'd they go? I just had a quick. What? I just lost it. I just increased the quantity of arrows, but I can't find my quiver.
So
now.
if you click on under your armor, weapons, tools, and stuff on the lower left, it looks like if you click on weapons,
Yep.
you can add new. It says, well, I don't know. That's proficiencies. Is that like? Well, I guess that's what it means. Because it says I pick weapon from the drop down, and then it says you can add weapons. Right. Here, I'll share this.
All right. I picked
So
up
you
some
go to
arrows.
weapons, armor, pick your weapon, tool, language, choose an. I think that's how you do it. I don't know.
Okay. I don't want to get too sidetracked. I just want to know for
No.
future. Okay. As long as you got what you needed, Camellia.
And
Let's
what
go
was
get
the
some
queen's
bread?
Queen's name?
it's just
Lady
a noble.
Belush?
Lady Belush.
Oh, lady.
Yeah.
Belush.
So we're traveling to her estate first to get the servant.
Correct.
Okay.
So we've hit the kitchen. We're stocked. We're going to her estate.
Yep. I say we head over there. Let's go.
All right. And each person can get up to 5 trail rations if they would like.
Okay.
Add that to their.
I don't know where that is. Let's see. Is that just
Rations 1 day.
Yeah, I don't know where that's at.
You said we can get up to 5 more.
Yeah, up to 5 more.
So did you say the rations 1 day rations?
So yeah, 5 1-day rations.
So I can
Oh,
add,
okay.
add 5 to the.
Okay, I'm not doing that. Rations.
So I just
can't
moved
find
that
the
to my equipment. I think did it
I
right.
guess I can't find
Thought
rations.
I added
rations
it, but I don't-
There we go.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. Okay.
To
And just for those watching at home, we're all new to this and are doing our best to kind of learn on the fly. But that's part of the fun, right?
Okay. All right, I'm good with that.
Just so you guys know, I picked up a bunch of those peanut butter filled pretzel.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, nice.
They're great for traveling.
Oh, they're so good.
Some granola or something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
To
adventures.
Lady Belush.
Ready to head out?
Let's go.
All right.
Let's roll.
So you guys head out into the city. You've been to, I would call this a medium-sized city. It's definitely not the largest in Etheros, but it is definitely a hub of interaction and trade. So, you know, there's plenty of churches to go to any type of goods that you could want are here. I mean, it's a good sized city. It's broken up into separate sections. You guys will be heading to the higher class section of the city. The city is walled off to prevent, just during the day things are open, but like the area of the city where the nobles are tends to get closed down at night so that undesirables are not able to prowl in the darkness in that area. undesirables tend to focus to around the docks area in the evening. That's something that your characters would be aware of. But that's here nor there. You guys start heading that direction, where you would have like churches in the area of town where you're at right now. When you get past the gate into the higher class area of the city, you'll see, there's cathedrals, much less street vendors, and a lot more retail outlets, things like that are definitely, without even knowing, if you were brand new to the city, you would understand that this is a higher class social environment. So it doesn't take much effort. You guys are able to ask around a little bit, and you can find the Belush estate quite easily. It is a fairly large manor with an iron fence around it, large gate out front, and 2 house guards standing out front.
Okay.
All right. Walk up to the house guards and ask them that we need to see the lady of the house.
Yes, we were sent here by the Adventurers Guild. Callum, we're here to pick up the package.
Oh, yes, of course. Please remain here. One of us will go inside and check with the lady and see if she's ready to see you now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The other guard opens the gate and goes in. He stands there in kind of an awkward silence.
Lovely day.
Yes. Yes. It's been a little chilly weather, but I prefer that over too hot with this armor on, Yes.
I like the chili.
Yeah.
Partial to it.
I could see that with your interesting color of hair. I would assume that you were frozen at some point.
No. What makes you say I'm frozen?
Oh.
I mean, chili?
Oh, no.
No.
Just because your hair turned blue. I mean, all
Well,
the
it's cold in the
depictions I've
north.
seen of all the depictions I've seen of frozen people, their hair is blue.
Well, some people have called me frozen, I suppose.
Oh. He kind of
Chili?
glances back like he's really hoping that guy comes back soon. So after a while,
what can you tell us of the package that we're picking, Perr?
Oh, I have no idea why you're here.
Above your pay grade?
Yeah, that she pays me to stop people at the gate, so I stop people at the gate. Yeah.
Well, you're good at that.
Yeah,
About,
it's surprisingly easy. So
apparently this package is coming along with another one of Lady Belush's staff, perhaps. Any idea who this might be?
let me think. Well, there is Cremone, her butler. He is her most trusted servant, if it's that important of a package. Cremone Telek, a Weasley fellow. I don't want to say anything negative of him, but he can be pompous at times. He's been her servant for, well, longer than she's been alive. So I'm told anyways.
Felix, you said his name was?
Telek? Kermaine Telek? Yeah. And yeah, he's not good for much other than giving orders, to what I've seen. But he is loyal to the Lady Belush, so yeah, don't tell her I said that. That's
No, of
I'll
course
get
not,
in trouble.
of course not.
Yeah.
No.
So about this time, the other guard starts coming back down the long walkway between her house and the gate. The guard that's been talking to you seems a little relieved. he gets there and says, "The lady will see you now. Please, the four of you follow me. I'll take you inside."
Okay.
All right. He begins heading back inside.
We follow.
Heads up to the large, solid oak double doors. And opens them up as you guys enter the residence. Immediately,
Wow.
the rug that's in the entryway probably cost as much as some, common folks' houses. It definitely seems to be an import from somewhere far away, as you've not seen the patterns or quality before. Even stepping on it, you've never placed your feet on a rug.
Gradduk,
before.
wipe your feet. Wipe your feet.
Okay.
There's
Not on the rug.
Where else am I going to wipe it?
So there's several pedestals lining the wall that has different forms of art on them, busts of people that you don't recognize, several ornate vases, statues, things like that. They look to be some types of antiquities that you're not familiar with.
I probably am.
Possibly. I don't know. Is
Would you say they're more like vases?
They perhaps to her are. He says, "Wait here. The lady will be with you in a moment." And he heads back outside.
Man, have you guys ever seen anything like this?
Oh, yes. Plenty of times.
Really?
Yes. There's at least 2 of those in the world. I've seen that one before. Look beautiful. But,
yeah.
You would think
Probably
that these
about
guards
the,
would be moving faster if this is such a important.
Probably about
message.
the second age, I would say.
You see Camellia, her eyes have gotten a little, they're usually like a little more sly looking, but they're kind of like almost bug-eyed wide looking at all the wealthy items. And her fingers are kind of twitching.
Are you all right?
Stays here, Camellia.
Me?
You look a
Perfectly
little
fine.
nervous. You're
Not at
a
all.
little moist around your whiskers in the front there. You okay?
I'm not used to that sort of forward talk, sir.
Me? Forward? No. Just observing.
I also noticed some twitchy fingers there. What's here stays
I'm
here.
just excited to go on this mission.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
About
As are
this
we all.
time, the lady Belush appears down the hallway. Her entrance, though not grand, her outfit is. She's wearing a very fine dress, lots of jewelry. She seems to be human, late middle-aged, though you don't know if through magical or other means. Parts of her face just don't look right, as if someone was attempting to make her look younger, and the process was not mastered. But the amount of jewelry that she wears definitely seems to make up for that. She has, with it being a little bit more of a cooler time of year, she has a large fur cloak that she wears that's been dyed purple with a white and black fringe around the edges. Accompanying her is a human man who also appears to be maybe near late middle age, perhaps a little older. He's about 6'2", but maybe the thinnest human that you've ever seen. He almost looks unhealthy or malnourished, but his movements don't reflect that. He doesn't move like he's sick. He just moves like he's really thin with a long gait to his walk. The two of them head down the long entryway and meet up with you near the door. The Lady Belush is the first to speak. She says, "Good evening, young gentlemen. Welcome to my home.
Good
Thank you
evening,
for
my
having
lady.
us, lady.
I am told that you were sent by the Heroes Guild to undertake this task for me."
Indeed. And you will
correct.
find
Callum?
no
Callum
finer
sent
group
us?
of adventurers in these parts.
Well, I do not know if that is complimentary to you or disparaging to the others.
A little bit of both.
She seems very amused by her own joke. Yes. Anyway, I digress. So, this is my most trusted servant, Kermon Telek. He bows in a very overdone motion to all of you.
Bow back.
He will be carrying a very important item of mine. I wish delivered to my daughter in Warkshesh.
Will you be able to carry this? You do seem to need a sandwich or something, my man.
I'm very sorry. I do not know what you mean, sir.
Well, you're very tall.
And you're very blue. I make no comments on your appearance. How rude.
I'm sorry, Mr. Talek. He didn't mean anything by this. We're here to help. We're happy to help. We will ensure the safety of yourself and the package to Lady Belush's daughter.
Yes. I was just worried about your well-being. I just want you to be able to, make it out there. It's
Well,
it's
I
not easy.
assure you my well-being is my own concern, and I will thank you very much to mind your own.
Yeah, nobody meant to insult anybody's looks. If we did, we would ask about the lady's face.
Everyone kind of gives that slow turn and look at Curtis.
What?
Well,
What is
At who?
wrong with you?
oh,
That's obviously the half-orc
At
side of
Gradduk.
him.
We
is
do
coming out.
apologize. He's not. He's very talented.
oh, it's
But-
fine. I'm not concerned. Now, being an orc, this is probably normal behavior in their culture to speak out of turn. And mind you, I have no tusks protruding from my face in a gorish manner, so I find myself not insulted by his comments. It is quite fine. Of course, though, you find Kermon now glaring at Curtis's character. It is quite obvious that he would love to have Gradduk, beaten or flailed or something for his misspoken words. But it seems like the lady is not bothered by them, so everyone seems to just move on from that. She says,
Yes, this is going quite well. So why don't we get the package, and maybe we should be on our way
Be on our
before
way.
nightfall.
Mr. Telek already has the package in his possession. So
Oh,
I would just have him go with you. Now, a man of his stature, of course, has some things he wishes to bring, but he, of course, cannot be expected to carry them himself, correct? So would anyone be willing to carry his pack for him as part of this deal? I'm sure that I can add something extra, in at the end as a bonus.
I will carry his things, but he needs to stay close by. We are not going to babysit him.
I assure you, sir, I need no
So
babysitting. Just mind that you stay out of my pack if you are carrying it. Those things are far above your standing, and I do not wish to have your dirty little green hands touching them.
Boy,
Cam
this is gonna
shoots
be
him a dirty
like him.
look.
He seems impervious to everyone's judgments. He believes himself to be far above the standing to care what the common folk think.
So is this package that Cromain has, Lady Belush says he already has it? Is it something we can see he's holding, or is it like tucked in a pocket, or like how big is this package?
He doesn't seem to be carrying anything. So if he does have it, it is either in his pack or it was small enough to be on his person somewhere where it's not in plain view.
Okay. Is it not to be rude, but is it too much to ask if we can see at least what the package looks like? We don't have to know the contents of it, just so we know exactly what the main thing that we need to protect is before we set out.
He raises a bony finger immediately to protest, and the Lady Belush waves her hand, immediately stopping him from saying whatever it was that he was going to say. She says, "Of course, it would be just fine. If you will, Cremone, whatever your name is. My handwriting is bad." he reaches into the
Cromain, like the lettuce.
It's Cremone.
It's your Cremone. Okay.
I'm old fashioned.
Like my favorite
keeping
band.
actual. Yeah, I'm keeping actual written notes just because that's how I came up in D&D.
Yeah, me too.
And but my penmanship could use improvement, so sometimes he gets away from me. Cremone reaches into his breast pocket with a look of disgust on his face. He is not happy about this, but he produces a small wooden box, only a few inches in diameter. She gives him the signal to continue on, and he opens the box. Inside the box, it is lined with velvet, and there's a small pad that a single ring is laying on top of. The ring has gold and silver entwined for the band, almost like vines, and the head of it has more diamonds than any of you have seen in any single place at one time, but also glows with an almost unearthly glow, giving you the idea that possibly there's something magic about the ring.
Wow,
that's
stunning. Is it a family heirloom?
As soon as you speak, Cremane slaps the box closed and quickly stuffs it back in his pocket.
Oh, do I do like a pretty woman reaction?
Perfect. So, Lady Belush.
So it is something he's carrying in his pocket, and it's not in the pack that I'm carrying.
Correct. She says, "It was my grandmother's wedding ring. My daughter is to be wed to a wealthy man in Rokshish. So I am sending this to her. That way she will have a ring to accept at the wedding that is worthy of her station."
Not to, again, to be too nosy, but you won't be attending the nuptials?
Oh, Rokshish is far and, in the wilderness.
It's your own daughter. I see. Okay.
Yes, I'm sure she'll tell me all about it next time she visits.
Okay. Well,
We
will ensure its safety,
paintings.
and we'll make sure it gets there for the
Stories.
The important
ceremony.
part is that the man that she is marrying will be the inheritor of the quarry and some of the largest local farms. It would do a great service to our house to have them wed thusly. Attendance. I'm sure it will be beautiful. Ceremony. I sent enough money to them in the past. If it is not, I'm will be quite curious what the coin has been spent on.
Lovely. Well, again, we'll ensure it's safekeeping and we'll make sure it gets there.
Yes. Worry not.
Very good. I believe that the compensation that I offered is adequate for such a menial task.
Yes.
I mean, it does look like a very expensive ring, and I don't know, probably should warrant a little bit more in order to protect it.
Cam elbows, is it Gradduk?
Gradduk.
And
In the balls.
nope, just elbows him like in the side of his thigh.
No, not on purpose, but yeah, about the height is right.
But
And
that's where his balls are.
and she kind of does like a very polite bow and says, the compensation is most fair, my lady.
Yes.
Well, that being said, if everything goes off without a hitch and there are no issues, and I'm sure that Grimone will tell me if there is, I will offer a sizable bonus to you personally, without the guild's knowledge, upon the completion of this task. Just return here before you return to the guild.
That's greatly appreciated, my lady.
One last question. If any of my comrades do not make it back, do we split their share?
No. The amount is set by members, so anyone who perishes on this quest forfeits their share.
What if we bring their body back?
Then I will contribute that to the grave diggers so that they may be laid to rest. Do not bring corpses to my home, please.
That warrants
Cam gives
a lot more
Gradduk
side
a
eyes.
really dirty side eye.
Oddly enough, she doesn't seem phased by that line of questioning. So,
Side note, away from this, do I need to somehow in my sheet account for what I'm carrying with his pack, like as far as weight?
no, that's that. It's more of like a plot device
Okay.
kind of thing. It's not something that's meant to actually weigh you down
Okay.
or anything like that.
I just want to
Based
make
on
sure
his
it wasn't
stature,
going
I
to
don't
go.
think he's
It wasn't
got a
going
lot
to
of.
encumber me.
yeah,
Maybe got a
You should be
Twizzler
alright.
in there or something.
it's for fun,
He's eating
Okay.
much. So.
Yeah.
right?
He's got a carrot and
That being said, when the servants come out of the kitchen, this pack is enormous. It's more like a rucksack. You see every piece of kitchen utensil that you'd possibly need, a fold-up writing desk, and accompanying instruments to keep well notes, perhaps write a book. He has a satchel attached to it. There's a sword that, though in fine shape and does have some gems on the pommel, does not look like it has ever been removed from the sheath. Maybe 500 feet of rope, hemp rope coiled up on the back. Yeah, he looks prepared for this
Have
outing.
you been on an adventure before?
Have you ever been outside before?
I have never been on an adventure. Those are for the common folks. And, well, as far as going outside, I try to limit it as much as possible. It's so filthy out there.
How long do you think we're going to be gone?
Oh, let's see. The Lady Belush would answer. She'd say, on foot, it's about a month's travel each way. Not long.
Seems like we got a lifetime supply of stuff in this sack.
yeah, can we start peeling stuff off this? I've got rope.
No, of course
We've got
not.
weapons.
These are all things that I might find useful myself. I'd hate to be caught unprepared for any situation.
A writing desk?
What if I need to write something?
Find a
Hello.
flat rock.
Okay. Well,
Write on a rock, barbarians.
let's not, bicker about such small things. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
This is going to be fun.
Yes.
Okay. I'm glad someone thinks so. I am not
Grab
in
the
that
sack
camp.
and throw it over my shoulder.
Okay.
We should.
It,
Good.
I don't.
nothing in
necessarily
his pack is particularly solid, so it's not weighty, but it does take up a lot of space. You feel like you're carrying something the size of a small cow on your back as you exit the mansion.
We'll be on our way. I'm sure we need to leave this this area before dark, anyways. They'll lock us in.
Very well. Give me just a moment to change my shoes. He has what looks to be fine slip-on loafers right now and white gloves. He exits into a side room for a short time. As soon as he is out of earshot, Lady Belush says, I appreciate you putting up with him. I know he can be a bit of a handful sometimes, even for me. He was my mother's servant before mine. But I assure you that he is a trustworthy servant, and that is why I have selected him for this task. And I appreciate you putting up with any of his intricacies.
Yes, well, we'll get along.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. So he comes back out of the side room after a short time in the exact same attire, but he has a pair of traveling boots and just regular brown leather gloves.
All right, let's head
Yes,
out.
well, that's much better. So shall we get moving?
I suppose.
We bid you a
Direction
farewell,
we'll be
my lady.
traveling.
Good luck. Be safe. Try to avoid fighting or whatever it is you do.
Does anybody know what direction we're traveling?
Would be west on the map from the town.
Has Cremone, can we, he's with us. Cremone, have you ever made this trip before to Lady Belush's daughters?
Oh, heavens no.
Okay.
He
I don't
hardly
even
goes
want to do it.
outside.
I don't want
As an
to do it
aside.
this time, but the lady insisted.
Perhaps he'd gone by carriage or something, but apparently not.
Oh, yes. Well, even carriages can be quite dusty. I tend to avoid them if possible.
Well, if we get into a scrap with somebody, just duck and cover and let us take care of it.
Oh, I assure you, I do not want to get involved. I'll let you do your sweaty, bleeding things that you do, and just keep whatever riffraff it is away from me.
That's what we're hired for.
All right. Well, let's get a move on. We've got a month.
I am
Time like the present.
slightly worried that his attire is going to draw attention to us. He does look pretty well off. Maybe we should rub some mud on his outfit just to make him fit in.
The hells you say? You'll not approach me with such filth. You are compensated well for the fact that I am well dressed. For ruffians like yourself should scare off whatever brigands or, I don't know, monsters or filth would dare get near me.
I was merely looking out for your well-being.
I think you've got a good point, Gradduk. Perhaps even just putting a simple cloak over your fancy duds.
I brought a cloak. If I get a little chilly, I will put it on. Otherwise, you will perform your duties. Thank you.
I'm sure you did. You brought everything you own.
Alrighty then.
I assure you I did not. Brute.
We've got a month, everybody. So let's get along, shall we?
Here we go.
Let's go.
All right. You guys head out of town. It's kind of a flatlands for the first maybe week of travel. This area of the trip is open and not forested. It is also well patrolled from the local law enforcement. So you guys travel a week without anything interesting happening. You only encounter guards and other travelers, merchants every once in a while. If you wish, you're able to hunt for wild game, some plains game during that time so that you don't have to only eat dried meats and nuts. So, but after the week's time, you begin approaching a forested area. This part of the forest is lighter. You know that it'll get to be a heavier and thicker, more dangerous forest later on. The trip, I won't say that everything has gone well, but it has not necessarily been pleasant. This guy is a huge pain in the ass. Even if you're cooking a trail ration, he wants his dried meats cooked into a stew. He's always complaining about seasoning. He spends a lot of time cleaning the road dust off of his lower pant legs every evening. He changes his clothes every other day, which to travelers, it's not a common thing. So
did he bring a cot? I mean, where is he sleeping on the ground?
He actually has a padded bedroll, which you did not know that those exist, but he lays down padding before he puts down his bedroll and has a small tent that goes over the upper half of his body. That way any weather will not bother his face during the night. So you guys find yourselves actually stopping to camp about an hour earlier than you would normally every day, just to give him time to go through his nightly rituals.
Okay. We've only got 7 more weeks of this. Deep breaths.
Yeah. Just focus on the gold.
Yeah.
So you guys start that. It's been 7 days. On the night of the 7th day, you guys stop to set up camp. He digs into his massive pack and actually pulls out several maps. Pulling through them, he says, "Oh, I see that there's a river nearby. I wish to go to this river. Some fresh water to clean myself with. Perhaps get some from the stew so I don't have to taste the stale water of your traveling things that you store water in."
Oh, yes, I would suggest one of us go with you, though.
I'd say 2 go with, 2 stay at camp.
Good idea. Even better.
Probably not a bad idea. We can fill our canteens with some fresh water.
Sure.
Very well, if you wish.
Who's going with him?
I will go with him.
I'll go as well.
Okay.
Very well. Is it all right if I lead the way, or do you need to check the path before I walk to make sure there are no stones for me to trip on?
You're the one with the map. Head out. We'll make sure that you're safe.
Okay. He actually seems happy about that. Like you're trusting him to lead the way. Gets his smugness in place and grabs his map and a small little barrel and starts heading off towards the forested area.
All right.
So those of you staying at camp, you'll just be setting up camp in a normal fashion?
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Camellia.
I'm going to try out that padded bedroll while he's not around. See what that's all about.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be studying some spells and writing some things. I'm going to be drawing a picture of him actually in my book.
All right. The padded, just the padding without the bedroll, which the bedroll is also a rabbit fur bedroll. It's very soft. But the padding, you're not sure. It seems softer than goose down. It is probably the most comfortable thing that you've ever laid on in your life. You're now questioning whether there was wisdom in laying on it or not, because now you know that every other thing that you lay on the rest of this trip is inadequate compared to his padded roll.
Well, I'll enjoy the luxury while I can then. Take
All
a
right.
quick snooze.
Just make sure you don't poke any holes in it with those horns. It's the last thing we need.
All right. So, Camilla and Gradduk, you are accompanying Cremone into the forest. He's been traveling for quite some time. His stride has an air of confidence about it, like he knows where he's going, but it's been about an hour. It is now dark, and he's still walking, trying to find this creek that he was talking about.
You said that
So how long have they been gone?
About an hour. For you guys, yeah.
You said that there was this river nearby. How much further do we have to go?
And he kind of takes the map and moves around a little bit, like he's trying to find some moonlight through the trees to see the map. So you're not sure if he's been able to read the map consistently for some time now.
Do you even know where we're going?
I assure you, these maps were very well constructed. It must be around here somewhere. And he kind of gets, with his long stride, he has a fast walk, and he juts in between some trees and starts heading off again, quite irritated with your comment. Then momentarily thereafter, you hear, oh, sploosh, and think that he might have found the creek.
Sounds like he found the water. We rush over to see.
Okay. When you guys get there, he's standing in the water, holding the dripping remains of his map, which does not appear to have been constructed in such a way as to handle being submerged in water. You can see that a lot of the writing and drawings have run off the page.
Congratulations.
To hell's with this outdoors. To hell's with this traveling. Why was I given this task? I've had enough. I've had enough. This is too much. Too much. I do not care. I had great respect for her mother, but this is too much. She has crossed the line. The line, I tell you. And he points right at the two of you. I will not do this anymore. Look at me. I'm soaked. Just soaked.
What are you talking about? You're a natural adventurer. You found the water when nobody else could. You did a great job.
And his eyes get large and his face turns beet red. And he actually collapses into the water. You're not sure, but maybe a blood vessel popped. You're not positive. But he faints and falls into the water and begins to float downstream.
Cam jumps in and pulls him onto the shore.
Okay. He actually doesn't seem to weigh that much, so even for a person of diminutive stature, you're quite easily able to drag him to the shore. Though once you get him out of the water, the wet clothes are a little bit heavier.
I just get him up on there so he's not going to drown. Like,
okay.
just enough, beach in the boat kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Is he alive?
She listens in to near his ear, his nose and mouth to see if there's any breathing.
Okay. He is breathing. It's a little bit labored. The water is very cold and he is a very thin man, but he is breathing and alive. A lot of the color, for being as bright red as it was when he fainted, it is a very pale white at this point.
Well, we better get some of this water before we head back. He's going to want it when he comes to. I have this fur that I've been carrying over my shoulder. Wrap him in it, and we'll keep him as warm as we can as we travel back.
Sounds good to me. Before we go, can I roll I'm assuming it would be a sleight of hand check to secure the package.
He's unconscious unless you're trying to hide it from Gradduk. You can just take it out of his pocket.
Yeah, let's see what the dice say.
Okay. Go ahead and make a roll. Curtis, I will need a perception roll from you, please.
That was
Well,
it.
In the meantime, I'm scooping up water into a can that we brought with us.
He did drop his barrel too if you wanted to fill up his little keg of water.
Okay. Yeah, I'm filling up the barrel. So
let's see. I guess I could look at passive perception, huh?
I mean, if he's unconscious and he's not paying, and Gradduk's not paying attention.
yeah, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
checking
filling up the barrel.
Well, that's what passive perception is for.
Sure,
and
sure.
Got much higher than passive perception. So you are able to secure the package without the unconscious man or Gradduk noticing.
Cool.
All right. Do you want to
Meanwhile,
carry
back
the
at
barrel
camp-
of water, or do you want to carry the man? I can't carry both.
I'll take care of him. He's not very heavy.
Okay. We start heading back.
All right.
You were saying
guys,
something made at
I was
camp.
just going to say at camp, have they been gone long enough for us to start worrying and think?
that depends on how long that you would consider long enough to begin worrying.
It's been a couple hours.
It has been one hour.
We're
Yeah,
good.
You're still asleep.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. It will be
And
another
snoring
hour
loudly.
ish, maybe about 40 minutes for them to find their way back. Just following their tracks. He's not very adept at moving through the forest undetected, so it's quite easy to follow his tracks back to camp for someone as skilled. And
Joe, can I-
outdoorsmanship is Jesse.
Can I do a
what?
CPAP roll?
So
Sure.
So there we see them coming, and Camellia is like carrying this guy. Like,
So
Oh no, she's just like taking her rope, like wrapped it around his shoulders and like
and
tied the
dragging
fur
him
to
like a
and just carrying him
wheelbarrow.
like he's his own stretcher.
the
Oh,
the
wow.
image is quite
Okay.
interesting to the two of you as they emerge from the forest. Actually, is a very large orc carrying a small barrel, and a cask of water, and a very small woodland goblin
You did
dragging a very tall man.
barrel.
I mean, she's only
Seriously,
like
Gradduk? Come on.
she's only like
Really?
4'1". Oh no, this was my choice.
Did you
Okay.
discuss this? All right. Okay.
Well, first of all, what happened?
what
to him?
happened?
What's
The idiot fell into a river.
He found what he was looking for.
We're never gonna hear the end of this.
he's still unconscious?
He
I
also
take it. So I
destroyed
can.
his map. So hopefully you guys know where we're going.
Well, that was
It
just a
destroyed
to
the map?
to the river.
Yes.
Just to the river, though, wasn't it? Because he had several maps. I thought.
I don't know which map this was. I just know the map that he had is destroyed.
What about the object? Didn't he have it on him?
As far as I know,
Did you check?
no, I was handling the water. This is the whole
Camellia.
purpose of us
Camellia?
going out in the first place.
Camellia pats his chest and just oh, it's there.
All right.
Did it get wet? Should we check it? Do we need to look at it?
It's a bloody ring. The water's not going to hurt it.
I don't know. It looked like it had some sort of magic I don't know. Who
What
knows
sort
what
of
water?
magic ring gets hurt by water?
Can we get him in his bed so that he can recover?
Yeah, I laid his bed out for him just in
I'm not
anticipation of
undressing
him
him.
coming
Someone
back.
else
Why
can
is
do
there
that if
fur
we
in
need
his bed?
I laid it out for him so it'd be nice and ready when he got back, and I might have tried it out.
Well, I hope he doesn't find out. There's no way that we'll ever hear the end of that.
I'll brush it off. It's fine.
He's gonna wake up soaking wet anyway. So
I could have just
And
left him
covered
in the
in
river.
Minotaur hair.
Do I need to do some sort of hands-on healing with him right now? Then
He technically hasn't taken damage, as in hit point damage.
okay.
He over exasperated himself.
Let's just
Fainted. There may be a problem with his humors. I don't know if you have any medical skill in that area.
He was quite exasperated before he fell in.
well, he's always
he's
exasperated.
quite
Let's just get him by the
exasperated
fire
always.
Yeah.
I will say,
That's
Gradduk, it was a very clever thing to tell him that he successfully found the river when no one else could. That was a nice touch.
This is the only thing I could think to calm him down.
yes, he'll dream about that tonight. So let's get him dry and get him in his bed, and let's all get some sleep. Who's gonna take watch? Are we gonna take a watch?
I'll take watch. I just took a little nap.
So I only
So-
meditate apparently for 4 hours a night. That's my 8 hours of sleep. I don't need 8 hours of sleep, so I meditate, but I have to meditate. So I can't watch for 4 hours, but I can take watch.
Yeah, it's the reverie
Out of
and elven ability. Yeah.
out of game, Joe. Yeah, how is watch? Is it two shifts, 2 4-hour shifts, or
So a full rest, a long rest is 8 hours.
Mhm.
How you guys decide to divide up any watches is up to you. I don't really
Well,
have
fair.
a-
You'll
a
take first
preference
watch. I'll
on
take
that.
second watch.
So
2 hours each.
Just
Mhm.
just poke me
just
gently.
yeah, for about an hour in the morning, taking these classes into account, like Trevor would need to study his spells for an hour. After
Well, that's what I
his
was doing
rest.
while they were gone. Yeah, that's what I was
Right,
doing.
right. Okay. Yeah, that's what allows you to change spells, what selected spells. Well, no, I'm thinking of the wrong edition. You can just pick what spells you cast now.
Yeah.
I played a lot of editions of D&D. Sometimes it all mashes together. I'm old. But you'll need to study your spells in the morning, and
Oh yeah.
the
Okay.
old Ferr would have to pray for a period of time in the morning, for whatever divine guidance that he wanted. But other than that, yeah, you guys are good.
Okay.
To divide up watches however you'd like.
Okay. So Ferr, you'll take the first watch.
I got it.
I'm already
So-
asleep.
do we need a third watch then? So there's everybody gets 8 hours.
No, I only need 4, so I'm gonna take the second half of the
Oh,
night,
okay.
and I'll be good. That's my full rest.
Okay, but will that give Ferr enough?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to
gonna be a full
overthink it.
rest for Ferr.
I just want to make sure we do it right.
Unless we
by
do 2,
Joe.
2, and 2, right? Then we just go 10 hours, or whatever that is. Does that work out? I don't even know.
Well, 8
Well,
hours of sleep, then.
We'll each take a 2-hour watch, right? Is that good? I mean, I could be there for 4 hours. So actually, we only need like somebody to do a 2-hour and you guys to do a 1 hour, and so 2 other people do a 1 hour, because I can for 4 hours I can watch.
Okay. I'll take a third watch then.
All right.
All right. So
So I start meditating. Everybody's asleep. He's by the fire. We're trying to dry him off. Threw his cloak over him. Fuck the tent. If it rains, it rains. He's already wet. And
I have added.
Just kind of slowly patrolling around the site.
All right. I've added a new map, Jesse, if you Are you able to share that?
Hold on one sec.
There
Is
we
that
go.
correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
Now you guys can arrange your campsite however you would like.
Okay.
Are we in the wood? We're in the woods, right?
It's a light wooded area. It would still
Okay.
be classified as plains, I suppose.
Okay. Let's put him over here so he's not right in the middle of the fire. I'm assuming the fire's in the middle.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to be off over here a little bit. Okay.
All right. So, Curtis, you said that Gradduk is already asleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everyone else besides Gradduk, I need a perception roll, please.
Perception.
All right. That's what I like to see. Good, good. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Suddenly, and oh, good.
Wait
You
a
guys
minute, wait a
can't.
minute. I have keen senses though too, but I guess that doesn't.
Not when you got your nose in a book.
That's true. Well, I'm meditating, so yeah.
Right, right.
In a trance,
So-
basically.
Suddenly appearing almost as if by magic, but more just like you guys weren't paying attention. Whoops, not right there though. A winter wolf springs up. It must have been prowling nearby and caught a scent of whatever food you were cooking as it began heading towards the camp. No one noticed him until he was close enough. Let's see. I want to try this. Oh.
Where is this?
I'm clicking on the wrong screen. So he is currently 40 feet from the center of the camp. So, a short,
Ferr, you're awake.
yeah, a short call out will wake Gradduk up before combat begins. And so, initiative. Would you guys, on the encounter tool that they have, I can roll for an auto roll of initiative, or would you rather each roll your own initiatives?
What?
Do you have
This
a
is for
preference?
order?
However you want to do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do our own.
Okay.
Okay.
So where are we clicking there? Oh, initiative +1. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Dirty 20.
Where's initiative at?
Right next to your armor class.
Towards the top middle of the page.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I swear to
Oh,
God,
okay.
Do we have to go in any sort of order, or we can just roll?
just roll.
What is a B?
What?
I rolled a B, is what it says.
No, you didn't.
No.
It's had a letter B on it, and then on the
We've
screen it
got all
says
the rolls.
20.
Oh, beyond.
Okay.
It's the B is for beyond.
Okay. So I got a
It-
21.
Okay.
Nice. That's
So
I
those
also got
actually show up on my
That's cool.
like when you guys roll them, the initiative automatically shows up on my the combat tracker for
Awesome.
the encounter I need.
Oh, nice.
All right. Well,
So I've seen this wolf, and I've already yelled to wake everybody up.
yes, that is correct.
Does Joey Cremone wake up?
He does not. He still seems very unconscious, but comfortable on his
Okay.
padded bedroll. Now, this just to explain a little bit to you guys. I know some of you are new to role playing. I had the Winter Wolf roll a stealth check to prowl up to camp. He rolled an 18. You guys saw what you rolled. Everyone rolled lower than 10. Your first level, I'm not looking to do that right now, but in the future, this could mean that he would have what's called a surprise round. He would get to act once before initiative was determined. So just as an information and learning experience going forward.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
all right. On that note, initiative has been decided. Camellia and Gradduk both have a 21 initiative. If you, since the monster does not also have that same initiative, it doesn't matter to me which of you goes first. You can decide just one or the other to go, or each roll a d20, and whoever rolls higher on the d20.
Let's rollies. Roll the
Okay.
d20. So I'm just going to click the little d20 in the bottom corner and pick the top die.
I rolled a 12.
And Jesse rolled a 17, so Jesse
Ladies
will go
first.
first,
Okay.
and then Curtis, and then
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Did we lose Joe?
He'll be back.
Jesse, you're up.
okay. So in getting ready, to bed down for the night, Cam, hears the shout, is surprised by the wolf, turns, knocks an arrow into her bow. And let me get to my weapons. Fires at the wolf.
All right.
So 12 to hit.
Its armor class is a 13. That misses.
She kind of swears under her breath. Let's see, that's... Oh, that's it. That's all I got.
Oh, okay. Curtis, you are up, sir.
Can I use a bonus action first and go into a rage?
You can.
Okay, I do that.
You sound angry.
And then, so my walking speed is 30 feet, so I cannot reach it. Right?
There's actually a ruler. If you click on the little ruler icon and then click right next to your character, you should be. Whoops. And I turned mine off. But
I don't see a ruler icon. Is that maybe just on yours? Oh, no, here it is.
On the left-hand
Up
side.
in the
Yeah.
top.
All right.
And then you click next to your character, you can
Oh, that
see
is so
exactly
cool.
how far you are.
I love
Yeah.
that.
So is that,
Great.
No way.
can you see mine? Because it's got it right there.
That's 30 feet, man.
That's 30 feet.
Okay.
You can
well,
get to him. It's
then-
almost as if,
then
I don't know. it
I
was planned
attack him
that way.
with my maul then.
Go ahead and move you can move
Okay.
yourself up, Curtis.
Yeah, let me move myself over here.
So you can. So your
me
turn
think
is
we're up.
a move and an attack.
And
Mhm.
a bonus action if you have any.
Bonus action if you have it.
For
Yeah.
example, for a paladin, if you had the spell Shield of Faith, it's a bonus action. So you could cast Shield of Faith, move, and then attack.
So now I roll on my attack with where the weapon is.
Mm-hmm.
I click that.
Yes, correct. On the number that says plus whatever to hit. Yeah. That is
9.
a 9, and that is a miss. He has a 13 natural armor class.
Okay.
Is there anything else you would like to do before your turn is over?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
Can you can't move in this turn at all, or no?
He
I
just
already
used
moved.
all his movement to get up there.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. That brings us to Trevor. Your turn.
Okay. I don't think so. Here's the thing I don't understand. Like, I've got a couple of attacks. This is the first time I played like a wizard. So, like, I know I have a crossbow and I
Mhm.
have a sword and stuff, but I don't see anything on attack under actions that suggest that I can just use those, or that's just as given
probably-
and you roll something to.
Or do you
I
have
don't know
them
where it is.
equipped?
Well, I mean, I was meditating, so I doubt it. I don't know. Do I have to have them equipment all the time? Or equipped all the time?
On your sheet where it says, sorry,
Yeah.
Joe. Sorry, Joe.
No, go ahead, Jesse. Go ahead.
On your sheet where it says actions, then it says inventory. If you go down and you check, you have to click the little box to make sure the ones you actually have on you on.
Yeah, it's really weird. Oh, equipment. No.
So if you have a bow, you need to click equip. You might have to click on it and then hit the equip button.
Okay.
There should be a little block to the
Yeah.
left of it where you can click it on or off.
I don't know. It says my weapons have a crossbow, light dagger, dart, longbow, longsword, quarterstaff, shortbow. But I don't have anything in here. So I don't even know where these would be. Equipment.
Do you want to share your screen? We
backpack?
can take a look.
Component. Maybe I might have screwed this up when I was setting this up. I don't know. Might have taken them out or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I can share it, I suppose.
So under equipment, it doesn't have any of your weapons listed.
No, it's got like all the basic stuff. Well, I got a quarterstaff, but that's not,
There should be a little add equipment, a plus add equipment at the bottom.
Yeah, got it.
Pull
Okay,
that
full
up.
weapon.
Type in what you
Okay,
should have
got
had.
it.
and then you can
Crossbow
equip
light.
it.
Okay, there we go. Okay, crossbow light. Cool. Okay, crossbow bolts. And longsword. Okay. All right, good enough. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now should it be under attacks then? No, I got to equip them now. Jesus Christ, sorry. Crossbow light, crossbow, and longsword. Okay. Now if I go under actions, there we go. Okay. Range of 80 on the crossbow. So I'm going to take my crossbow out and I'm going to fire at the wolf.
Okay.
And that is a 23. to hit.
Nice.
That hits. Please roll your damage.
16.
All right. All right. Your crossbow bolt strikes the wolf in the shoulder. The wolf is rather large, and you would have preferred if he had more of a reaction to it. It definitely damaged him, but not near as much as you would have preferred.
Okay.
He shakes his shoulder a little bit, but still seems focused on the barbarian right in front of him.
Okay. Can't really do anything with my 2-weapon fighting bonus action because I'm not near him. And I guess I can't. The bonus action is just weapons if I'm like basically.
Some
cast a spell
spells
or anything like that.
Yeah, some spells are have a bonus action as a casting time, so you have to look and see what the casting.
This is a
time
cantrip.
on the spells.
Ray of Frost. Is that something as a bonus action or no?
It's an action, so you could have done that instead of firing a crossbow.
Okay.
For example.
Can I haven't moved at all yet. I can move though.
You can.
Bonus action?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So I will move a little closer. Oh, I don't need that ruler. Thank you very much. I'm gonna move a little closer, right about there. Yeah, that's good.
All right. And that's your turn.
That's my turn.
All right. Nate, you are up, sir.
Sorry, I was on mute. Can my first part
Nope,
be a
you're
move?
good.
Can I
Sure,
move?
okay. Yes, sir.
All right. I want to get closer, and I don't want to. If I want to attack, I don't want Gradduk to be in the way. So,
Is your movement
whoops.
30 feet?
I think I already moved a little bit, so I'll go. I think it was about. Can I go here-ish?
What does it say for walking speed at the top of your sheet?
30.
So you can pull out the ruler and go whatever 30 feet is. On the left side, there's a ruler. It's like the third one down.
So I think that put me about like right here.
Yeah, you can get almost to me just before me. Looks like.
Maybe move a little there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm still far enough away. I obviously can't use anything, but I have javelins. So can I chuck a javelin at this dude?
Yes, yes, you can.
So I'm gonna roll a hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct.
Nope.
Unfortunately, a 6 is a miss.
Son of a
whoosh.
But you do see your javelin stick in the ground behind him. If you all survive this, you can return it to your pack at a later time.
Okay.
Okay.
Back to Camellia.
Is there anything else that you would like to do?
Yeah.
I don't think I can do anything else, can I? How would I know that? What would I look at?
Bonus action.
Yeah, bonus actions.
And
I'm just going to yell out, somebody stay by Cremone.
Where attack is, you 2 over from that.
Where attack is. Oh, bonus action. I have a goring rush.
Oh, cool.
But I have to be within 5 feet though. So so no.
Okay.
Guess that's
that is probably all that you can do. As we gain levels and more abilities, there will be more things that open up to you.
Okay.
All right, that's your turn. Then it is the wolf's turn. The wolf will use the wrong tool. Okay. Come on. There we go. The wolf moves around Gradduk to position himself. His eyes glow a bright, cold blue. He opens his mouth and lets a 15-foot cone burst of freezing breath out, which only actually hits Gradduk and Eénsek. They're the only ones within the range. So, yeah.
Oh, God. Okay.
He's a large creature, so he's actually breathing from Curtis's square. If you're wondering, ruler-wise, if that was accurate. So,
no. I was just looking to see. You know what? Like I'm thinking of myself as a frost elf, and yet it's not a D&D thing. So there's no like. I'm like, ooh, maybe I'm immune to frost.
But I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah. Well, this is a good way to find out.
But it's not a D&D thing, so frost elf isn't
Right,
a D&D
right.
thing. I'm a high elf, so in D&D.
Whoa, man! I'm a high elf. That's awesome.
Hell yeah!
That's like our friend Greg back in Merlong.
Gregius.
So does his thing automatically hit, or is it?
So what it is that I will need a dexterity saving throw from the both of you.
Oh, good.
So if you go on your character sheets, there should
not
be
bad. 17.
Okay.
What'd you get, Curtis?
Saves, right?
At 9.
Okay.
You rolled acrobatics. You need to roll just a straight dex.
Just click on dexterity up at the top.
next to at the top. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that middle one, that's the acrobatic skill comes out of the dex points.
Okay.
That's what all that means.
So 6 actually. So even worse.
Okay. Well, Trevor rolled higher than the DC and will take half damage. Curtis did not and will take full damage from the cold breath. So the cold breath does that pop up for you guys? Okay, 12 damage, Curtis, and 6 for you, Trevor.
Ouch.
Wait, 6
that-
points of damage?
Yes, sir.
That takes me down to 2 hit points.
I'm out. I'm down. I'm down, guys.
Wizard down, wizard down.
Yeah, I shouldn't have moved.
Yeah, and I'm down to 2 hit points.
Shit.
At a game, Joe, I don't know, since he's playing a different race, that I feel like a frost elf would have maybe not an immunity, but like a resistance to cold breath.
I will look into homebrewing up a race if that's something that we would like to look into. I don't
know how
feel-
as much it's going to be different, except for the cold aspect of things. You know what I mean? Like it came into play here, but I don't know how often it's going to come into play. So, it's up to you.
I will look
because you got to add stuff, right? I mean, you got to like modify this whole thing to do that.
Yeah, you would basically remake up your character with like a homebrew race. There might even be a frost elf in.
I didn't see it.
I don't know.
I mean,
Couldn't
if
give
you
me
look
the
up
option.
frost giant, it says damage immunity. It says damage immunity is cold.
Yeah, I would give a resistance, not an immunity.
Right.
but,
So I mean, that's precedent
yeah.
for it.
It's not something that I want to decide on right at this moment.
That's fine.
But after the game, we will discuss our options. So I have no problem with that. I am not making a ruling right now. I'm just saying that's something that we can look into for sure. But
So then it's Jesse's turn.
what I don't want is to fight a creature that's breathing fire. Have Curtis be like, "Wait, I was a fire orc." I thought no.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's a joke. I'm kidding. So, all right. So that is the wolf's turn. Back to the top of the initiative. Jesse, it's your
I
turn.
wish that I had Jesse's turn.
Okay.
Jesse's health points.
You see
Camellia.
the wizard collapse to the ground in a pile of frost.
There's absolutely nothing I can do about that, so I am just going to take a step back to. Whoops! I gotta click on the right map to guard. What's his nuts? And
Cremone. His name
another-
is Cremone.
knock another arrow into the longbow and fire.
Okay. Roll
You
to
may
hit.
fire when ready.
Man,
All right. The arrow whizzes over the large wolf, not making contact, unfortunately.
Damn.
that's it. That's the turn.
Okay. Curtis, you are up, sir.
I've got 2 healing potions. Can I use one of those?
You
You
can.
have to be near me though.
Okay.
Right.
I don't think he wants to use it on you, Trevor.
I was putting that in his head.
Right. I just noticed that on the encounter, your 2 portraits are flashing red now after that attack.
Oh, great.
So it says that it contains 2d4 plus 2 hit points. So do I just roll, like I just pull up a d4 dice and just roll it twice?
Yeah, you can. There's nowhere to click on it on the character
I
sheet.
don't see anything that shows that you can click on it. No.
If that's the case, I'm fine with you just rolling a d4 twice. Just make sure that you remove
Plus
one of the
2.
count from your character sheet. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's 2d4 plus 2. So I get 9 health back. Is that right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Uh,
So
yeah.
where's my
top right.
6, 7, 8, 9. Heal. Okay, so now I'm back up to 11 hit points. And that counts as like a bonus action, right? So I guess still
no,
attack.
that's an action. You cannot.
Okay, so I don't.
Imbibing a potion is an action. Yeah.
So the only thing I could do is move. I can't attack, or I can't even move.
You can move. If you move out of his threatened area, he will get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, then I guess I don't do jack squat.
Drinking a potion is doing squat. Gym squat.
Right. Got it.
Okay. So that's Curtis. Coming up next would be Trevor. He's unconscious. I need a death save, Trevor.
Oh
I just
my
click death
goodness.
save. Okay.
Does everyone know how death saves work?
Nope.
Yeah.
So every round, you'll make a death save. On a success, or you move closer to stabilizing. On a failure, you move closer to dying. So 3 of any of those. If you fail 3 times, you die. If you succeed 3 times, then you stabilize and no longer have to make death saves.
I guess there's no way to do that through the. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, is there
No
a
way to
thing
do it through
click on for that?
the interface. You gotta just pull up a d20.
There should be.
No, I hit death saves, but it just shows you this failure, success, current hit points, maximum hit points, temporary hit points.
It's a
healing
1 through
damage.
10, 11 through 20. So
Right. So I'm just gonna
Right.
roll a d20. Right.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened? Did I roll? No. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus.
that's a failure. So you have 1 failure on your death saves track.
Awesome.
All right. Moving on. It is Nate. Your turn.
Can I do a healing hands-on to Eénsek?
You absolutely can. Just move to him and you can use your lay on hands as an action.
Alrighty. Here I come, little buddy.
For thy Lona.
Okay. So now what?
Lay on hands should be just a set amount, right? 5 hit points.
Where would that be? Would that be under lay on hands?
Okay, got it.
You have a pool of healing power that causes 5 hit points per long rest. As an action, you can touch a creature to restore any number of hit points remaining in the pool, or 5 to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison affecting the creature.
Yeah, you're wanting to. He's not. He doesn't have a condition other than near death, so you just want to heal him.
Okay, so
But, yeah.
just by doing this, that's my action, and I'm giving him 5.
That is correct.
High five.
So it's just 5. It's 5? Awesome.
High five.
And that starts from 0, so you actually will be at full hit points now.
Sweet. Thank you, my friend.
It's not as sweet for me as it is for you, but yeah.
You just want to get me down to that last death save, Joe? Is that
Well,
just for a little
so-
excitement?
just as a quick sidebar here, for the majority of the time that I played, you could stay alive until there was no death saves, just negative your constitution score.
Mhm.
And then once you were below that, you were dead. So
Yeah.
like a fighter or a barbarian that was really tough that had a high con, sometimes you had to heal them multiple times to get them back up, which creates, a lot of panic in the party.
Right.
And is really fun for dungeon masters like myself. But now it starts from 0. So even if you can only heal 1 hit point, like if you're an Aasimar race and you're just like, oh, I heal 1 hit point, then you're awake. And that's just not as much fun.
And then your death saves start all over again. Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. That brings us back to the wolf's turn. So, the wolf, his cold breath has an ability called recharge. I'll explain how that works really quick. I roll a d6. a 1 through 4, it does not recharge. 5 or 6 on the D6, he gets that ability back this round. I make a check at the beginning of every round to see if he gets that back. So this is the check. And it recharges.
Of course
So
it does.
he will now be breathing his frost breath
On 3 of us instead of 2 of
on
us.
3 of you. Yep, he will make a slight adjustment and angulation. And I need a dexterity save from all 3 of you, please.
19.
Oof. 18.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
15.
All right.
That doesn't matter.
And Trevor, you said a 19?
19.
Okay. All 3 of you saved, so you will be taking half damage from the cone of cold.
Which is 6
And
points.
what's the damage?
He's got to roll it.
11. It rounded. I'll round it down, so 5 damage to each of you.
And I'm like, oh, I feel so much. Oh,
All right.
And
I'm
this
out.
is what it's like having wizards in the party at low levels, folks. But do not be sad. At some point in the future, everyone will be leaning on you, Trevor, to nuke the enemies. So,
you might be leaning on my dead body because
well, we'll see how that goes. But that's his turn. Going back to the top of the round, Jesse, you're up.
Wait, so
All
do
right.
I have to adjust my current
Hit
my
po-
hit points right now?
yeah. So you take it
I
down
physic-
5.
I do that, so I take it down 5.
Wait.
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, never mind.
I'm going to
5 damage. Okay.
Cam, getting frustrated with continually missing her shots, kind of like takes a better stance, calms down, breathes, draws back the arrow, and fires again.
All right.
Oh my god.
You seem to be subconsciously worried about hitting Gradduk because, again, the arrow flies wide right and misses its target.
Come on, Gradduk.
Well, Jesse,
Good.
you done with your turn?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's it. I don't have any.
Okay.
I don't really have any bonus actions at this point.
All right, Curtis, you're up.
I'm not gonna heal myself again just to lose it again. So I'm gonna attack. I swing my maul, and I got a 16 to hit.
Yeah,
Nice.
16 absolutely hits.
Okay, and then let me clear that. And then for damage, 10.
Ooh, you hear the crunch of bone as your maul lands solidly into the side of the winter wolf.
All right.
Not yet. I mean, it was a good hit, but it wasn't that good. Come on.
I'm still listening.
Let's not get carried away.
Well, that's
It
my
wouldn't
turn.
wouldn't yipe at all.
He's pretty tough. He's a big wolf. He's looking to have some popsicles for dinner too, so he's pretty focused.
Okay.
All right, is that your turn, Curtis?
Yep, I'm done.
All right, Trevor's dying, so we will get to his death save when he returns. Hey, you're up.
All righty.
So I'll do my death save. Hang on a second.
Oh, okay.
Of course, he just woke up. So, oh, Jesus Christ.
That's a failure. So 1 failure.
All right, I'll be back.
Okay.
When you
Alright.
go down to 0 in your, if you actually change the hit point status, it should bring up the death save options in your hit point bar.
Oh, so if
Mhm.
Trevor. Oh, okay. I see. This time it did. Yeah. Yeah. He has 1 red dot on failure for death
Okay.
saves, so. Okay.
Okay, so it's Nate's turn.
That is correct.
Okay. So my hands-on thing, is that like a once a day thing I can do?
Lay on
Sure.
hands. It should say an amount of time. I don't know. Okay, so you can restore up to 5 per long rest. Since you used all 5 last
Yeah.
round, it is expended.
Okay.
You can actually, when you lay on hands, you choose the amount. You can
Oh.
choose to heal only 1 hit point,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, or up to 5.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna chuck another javelin at this bad boy.
Okay.
Ready?
As ready as I'm going to get.
Damn. B. Woo.
Oh, that's a
24.
24. Definitely hits.
All right. So.
Oh, so the
damn.
B's is a crit.
Is a 20.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready for damage?
Yes.
I wound up.
Now I wonder if
my aim was true.
Let's see. Automatically adds in the crit.
Let's see. I think it did. So I got.
Yeah, it had to have, because 11 is higher than what you could possibly roll for the damage. So yeah, okay.
So 11.
11. That damage adding up. He definitely yelps this time and actually starts glancing towards the tree line, checking how far it is away. This isn't going as well as he thought it would.
Nice
was
job,
pretty sure
Nate.
he'd
You
have-
made him yelp.
He'd have 5 popsicles by now that he could be chomping on. He hates it when food fights back. All right. But it's his turn. So I will go to the recharge to start. Let's see what happens.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
It is a 3. Unfortunately, it does not recharge. So
No, that's
He will-
fortunately.
Yeah. Unfortunately for him.
yeah, I was going to say, for who? Not me. I could help Trevor along with his death saves. So he will attempt to attack Curtis with a bite. So that is a 13, Curtis. Does that hit your armor class?
My armor is 15.
Okay. He misses.
Nice.
And that's really unfortunate. That is his turn. Going back to the top of the round, Jesse, your turn.
Third time's a charm, Cam.
Cam is going to sprint up and fire again. Oh my gosh. These digital dice suck.
You know, I've had
Time for
real
new
life
digital
dice perform like that. Yeah, so it's I don't know if it's digital, but random is random. All right, is that your turn, Jesse?
Yeah.
All right, Curtis.
All right, I swing my maul
Finish
again.
him off, Gradduk.
Yeah, I've been a little nervous though. Arrows have been flying right by you for like
17.
5 turns now. That's a hit.
All right, and damage 7.
7 points. Okay. The wolf has a visible limp now. The damage he's taking is definitely adding up. Is that your turn, Curtis?
Yes.
All right, Trevor. Death saving throw number 2.
Yay. Saving death. 11.
That
That's
is a save.
right?
Yep,
Sweet.
correct. So you have 1 red dot and 1 green dot. Yep. All right, Nate.
So as part of my move, I can move up on him, right, and get up next to Gradduk.
Correct.
Yeah, because that's within 30. So I am gonna move. I don't want to get in the way of Camellia,
Back to
so I'm gonna move over here.
I don't think you have to worry about it.
Okay, right here. And I'm gonna use my battle axe.
All right.
All right, here we go. Oof.
Unfortunately, a 5 does not hit.
He limped just in time, and it ducked under
He
my
ducked, yep.
blade.
I hate those limping wolves. Treacherous, I swear. All right. Is that your turn, Nate?
Yep.
Okay. All right. It is the wolf's turn. He does recharge his cold breath, but because of the positioning. No, well, because of the positioning, though, remember it's a cone now that there's 2 people in combat. He will hold on to that for when he can get more than 1 at a time. He is a competent predator. Looking at the 2 in front of him, though, one is very wounded and smells much more like blood than the other. So he will attack Gradduk again with a bite attack. With a 17 to hit.
That hits.
All right. And he does 12 points of damage.
Okay. I have 6 points left.
Oh boy.
I do have relentless endurance. It says when I'm reduced to 0 but not killed, I can drop to 1 HP instead, once per long rest.
That is correct. Were you dropped below 0 or?
What's that?
Were you dropped below 0 on that attack, Curtis?
Well, yeah. I mean, that would take me to -6.
You had 6. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're at 1 hit point instead of 0.
Okay. Wait.
You went too far.
Yeah, I did. I don't know what's going. There we go. Okay.
Okay. All right. That was his turn. Back to the top of the round. Jesse.
Come on, Cam.
Come on, Camellia.
Let's do it again.
You can do it.
See, aren't you glad you got the extra arrows now? Hey. Yes. All right. That's a hit. Roll your damage.
Gotta get rid of those cheap arrows you bought.
So 8 damage.
All right. The wolf actually yelps again as it's struck in the side by an arrow unexpectedly. So, is that your turn, Jesse? Sorry, that.
At this point, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any sort of. I don't think I have any bonus actions yet.
What the heck's up with this wolf, man? He doesn't die.
It's a winter wolf.
Oh wait, no.
He's
I
big
do
and
something
he's
else. Favored foe. When you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can mark the target as your favorite enemy for 1 minute or until you lose concentration.
All right.
First time on each of your turns that you hit the favorite enemy and deal damage to it, including when you mark it, you can increase that damage by 1d4. So I'm going to do that and add an additional d4 damage.
Okay.
So 2 more.
All right. Recorded.
I guess it doesn't kill it.
2 more points? No.
Well, it could have been down to 1 point. We don't know.
Yeah, it could have been, but it was not. So,
okay. All right.
That brings it to Curtis. You're up.
Finish him off, Gradduk.
I'm gonna attack again. So,
all right.
Here we go.
15 hits.
Nice.
All
Come
right.
on.
Here we go.
Put him away.
Ooh.
That is a big hit. He definitely whimpers after having that maul come down on his head.
Whimpers?
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you hit him in the head. So,
Yeah. I'm hoping to
his
kill him.
his eyes are pointing in two different directions right now, but no, he does not die, though he appears to be near death.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
my death save. And I gotta take my dog out real quick. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Now does that do anything? Natural 20? Does that bring me back at all?
That should stabilize you, right? Let's see. I believe that a natural 20 is an automatic success. So
What is that?
you should be stabilized now, where you don't have to keep making death saves to see if you die.
Okay.
So does that
like
mean
one hit point?
1 hit point?
Or what?
No, you're at
Oh.
0, but
So I
Means
just
you're
hit success 3 times?
it's basically an automatic, success 3
Okay.
times.
So that doesn't seem to do anything for me, but okay.
Well, you don't keep making death saves. That's the
Okay. I don't know how to
That's
get
what
out of that though. Okay.
You won't
Oh.
die by failing any more saves. So you're
Okay.
you're just kind of
All right,
in
gotcha.
timeout unless
Okay.
something else
You're-
attacks.
you're
Okay,
unconscious
gotcha.
but stable. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right. Nate.
Take this
Yep.
motherfucker out.
All right. I'm going to swing my battle axe again. I can't miss a second time. Come on.
All right.
Ah,
Unfortunately, he has a 13 AC, so that
Son
is
of
a miss.
all right. You know what? Can I try a bonus?
What would you like to do for your bonus action?
My bonus action is goring rush with if I'm in 5 feet.
And that's a bonus action? Absolutely.
All right. Here we go. How does that miss?
Um,
I just
You go-
fell over.
he's large. You go with your horns a little too low and brush his underbelly, but do no damage.
But he won't have sex ever again.
I was thinking more of a friendly scratch, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
So no damage. No damage. All right. Okay, it's his turn. He is discombobulated, so what I will do is I will roll a die for him to decide who he's going to attack. 1, 2, or 3 on the D6 is Nate, or 5 or 6 is Curtis. That's Curtis. So
He always attacks me. He loves me.
He seems to be fond of you, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And he crits,
Awesome.
No.
which is unfortunate timing.
Mm-hmm.
But he rolls double ones for his damage. So you take 6 points of damage.
I'm down.
All right. Back to the top of the round, Jesse.
Cam sees Gradduk fall, screams out his name, and fires again.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a hit.
And so I'm going to roll the D8, my damage.
All right.
So that's 11. And I get to
Nice.
add my
Hunter's mark.
D4 favored foe.
Favored foe. There you go.
That's another 3 points of damage. So 14 total damage on that.
Okay. The arrow strikes the wolf right behind its front legs in the rib area. It takes a couple stumbling steps backwards, like it's going to run away, and as it turns, it collapses. The arrow found its heart. It is deceased.
Nice.
And if anyone looks over at Cam, you see this like wicked little ferocious snarl, like real quick, and then it fades off. And she runs over to Gradduk.
All right.
Way to go, Cam.
It's a team effort.
Yes, very good. Bravo.
So, a tough fight, but man, does it feel good to win, doesn't it? The
Feels
wolf,
great.
of course, does not have any belongings on it, but its hide is exquisite. Like just the quality of it. This wolf has been eating well for a long time. You think that if you skin him and preserve his hide, that you might be able to fetch a fair amount of coin for it.
Good. We'll take some. We'll add some meat to our packs too.
I'd like a little piece of that.
Does anyone have anything to help Gradduk?
8 hours of rest is good, right?
I don't know. Is it? Is it good enough? I've got
8
an
hours of rest.
antitoxin. I've got an antitoxin. But that's not. It's not a healing potion,
No.
right?
8
Okay.
hours of rest and 5e actually heals you to full hit points. So
Okay.
it's strange, but in the morning you'll feel fine, like nothing happened.
Yeah,
So
it's
we'll take a long
essentially
rest.
you're unconscious at 0.
Yeah.
And you have to go, what is it, half your total hit points negative to die?
So what you're saying
Or
is,
is it
sleep it off.
full total hit points?
You know, I'm not sure what the official rule, our house rule has always been to negative constitution, so I don't think that I've ever actually looked that up.
Okay.
So that'll be something good for me to check on before the
Okay.
next game. All right. That being said, we have... Oh, sorry, Jesse, go ahead.
Can I take a tooth, one of the canines out of the wolf?
Absolutely. He has plenty of teeth. You're going to have to wash Curtis's blood off of them, but they're in good condition.
That's all right. Do you want me to make a check of some sort?
No, not at all.
Okay. So I'm adding a winter wolf tooth to my inventory.
Yes.
Who takes the pelt?
And Curtis isn't carrying very much. He could probably...
I'm
Stuff it
still
in his bag.
down, so I ain't carrying shit right now. Apparently, I was told to sleep it off. I don't know.
There's not a lot of options right now. So.
Okay, so now what do we need to do? Do we need to... Curtis is down.
You drag me back by the campfire and let me sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
His ass
Eénsek
over
needs a
there.
good sleep. So Cam and I are going to finish out the night on watch.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we've hit our 2 hour mark. So what we'll do is you guys will go to sleep. In the beginning of the next game, we'll start with you all fully recovered, fresh in the morning, and no winter wolf looming for breakfast. You're able to sleep the rest of the night without incident. Everyone will awake in the morning, healed and refreshed.
Sweet.
But on that note, we will call it here. Thanks, guys,
right.
for playing. I had a great time running this for you.
Thanks,
Knocking
Joe.
the
That was
rust
awesome.
off a little bit.
Prissy
Yeah,
Butler
great
didn't
job,
wake
Joe.
up the whole time. Like, we're fighting that
I
wolf.
know.
We're getting knocked out. He never woke up.
I know.
Gotta
It's
love
that
it.
bedroll. Trust me, I've tried it out, man. You sleep through anything.
Yep.
Nothing like good bedroll.
Semperpedic.
It's a mythopedic.
Yeah, there you go.
Mythopedic. There you go. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for playing, guys.
Thank
Everybody,
you, Joe.
thanks for watching. We had a good time. We're going to try to roll these out about every 2 weeks or so, pending incident. So thank you, and good night, everybody.